In this video, we will demonstrate how to install the Hansshow rear view live mirror for your Tesla Model Y or 3. First, pry open the streaming rear view mirror with a slotted screwdriver and pull out the buckle terminal. Pass out the buckle terminal along the hole of the rear view mirror according to this video demonstration, and also pull out the power cable through the hole at the same time. So do this simultaneously. Just take your time and make sure you run the wire through. Follow this video to fix the 4-screw locking bracket on the rear view mirror. You will need a screwdriver to hand tighten this. Don't over torque it. You don't want to overstrip the plastic. So after you're finished tightening up the screw, insert the buckle terminal back into the adapter and fasten the buckles, just in reverse order of what you've done initially. Pry off the rear view mirror decorative shell according to this video. Use a small pry tool if you need to. Unplug the electrical anti-daze plug. Remove the fixing screw of the rear view mirror with the Torque T20. Pry open the large trim panel of the rear view mirror according to this video. Again, take your time and work slowly. Screw the rear view mirror back to its original vehicle mounting bracket. Hold the rear view mirror and turn it to the right. Separate the base from the rear view mirror. Remove the spin piece on the rear view mirror bracket. Install the spring piece above the streaming rear view mirror. Fix the spring piece on the bracket with the match screw. Screw the rear view mirror bracket to the left on the base. And that should tighten it, just in reverse order. Screw the rear view mirror bracket to the left on the base as you see in this video, and while you do so, make sure you tighten up that screw. Install the rear view mirror trim panel back to the glass. And fix the base on the glass and install the small trim panel. Go ahead and hand tighten that screw back and place the cover trim back on. Pass the rear camera harness and power harness along the glass to the front right A-pillar and connect the extension wire. Wrap the tape around the butt position, pry off the A-pillar trim panel, hide the harness to the inside of the A-pillar, and then install back the trim panel. Work your way around the trim and hide the wire and place the trim back. You will need to pull some of this rubber stripping out while you pry everything open along the trim and run the wire along the bottom door sills. Connect the power cable from the lower part of the A-pillar to the OBD adapter plug position under the central armrest box. And by doing this, it will provide you with power to the rear view mirror. So don't worry about hiding the wires yet. Just make sure you have long enough length for the wire to reach back there underneath your air vent on the lower part of the center console. Go ahead and disconnect your OEM plug and plug in the Hansshow plug. Do a U-loop and plug back in the female with the male. Route the camera harness along the right roof to the rear tailgate. So work along the upper trim of the right side of the Tesla Model Y or 3. If you have a plastic pry tool, that is preferred. And work the wire along the trim and the rubber housing as you see in this video. Pull open the door seal strip, pry open the right body trim panel from the rear tailgate, and thread the harness to corrugate pipe along the trim panel in the rear cargo area. Next, you want to fish a wire from the rear right door to your trunk so you can go ahead and run a camera wire to your liftgate. How to do this is run a fish wire and tape it with the camera wire and pull it through. As you pull it through, you want to run it through this weather conduit that you will fish through as well. Before you can do this, you want to disconnect the adapting plug here. This will allow the wire to be a lot thinner and easier to fish through, especially through that conduit. Go ahead and fish it through up to that conduit, and once you have it there, you will fish it through this rubber piece and then fish it into your liftgate. You want enough wire length to ensure that you will be able to reach your license plate for the camera attachment. Remove the tailgate small trim panel according to this video. So you want to start on the small trim first before you pry open or pry off the clip of the large tailgate trim panel and remove the large tailgate trim panel as seen in this video. Make sure not to yank it off. You have to unplug the button adapter cable. And that's that right clip there, as well as this extra wire for your light. So just be very careful not to pull it down or yank it down. You want to make sure you unplug those two wires. Now go ahead and pull your fish cable, thread the camera extension cable to the tailgate. It's that simple. The most difficult part we have already accomplished, and that was fixing that rear mirror live camera. So thread the camera extension cable to the tailgate as you've seen in this video. And now go ahead and reattach that plug. After pushing outward, it will pop up a gap and then pass the rear view camera, the mirror camera, onto the vehicle and then pull it from the other side. Make sure you have only enough length to be able to use adhesive. And once you have enough length, don't attach the camera yet. Go ahead and connect all the camera wires and extension wires. Make sure you put tape around each connection to make sure it does not come loose later on. Zip tie the camera wire to the existing OEM wires to clean up the work. And cut off any excess zip tie. Connect the camera with the extension cable and make sure all the connections are tightly sealed with some electrical tape. Now go ahead and put all the panels back, starting with the big panel and pushing those in, making sure all the clips are attached. Next, you want to clean that area, the surface area where you will be attaching the camera. You want to make sure this is very clean before you use adhesive to bond it to your trim next to your license plate. You can use isopropyl alcohol if needed, but any cleaning detergent will work. Remove the camera fixing adhesive sticker, stick the camera to the body and press it for 20 to 30 seconds. And hold it there until it's not showing any movement anymore. You want this securely on there. And you're done. If you're interested in this product, check out Hansshow.com.